Someone has to call the police. I don't want to be the one to do it, guys. I don't want to be the one to do it, but someone has to call the police because someone needs to file a missing persons report. That someone's got kidnapped from this game. His name is Paulo Dybala, because I did not see him at all today. He was absolutely, thoroughly silenced in this match. In the second half onward, Mandzukic had no help up front, and Juventus looked toothless going forward. I cannot even blame the back line, because I thought Chiellini and Bonucci did their job. Barzagli was a little bit reckless. He was very fortunate not to give Real a penalty early on in the second half with that hard challenge on Isco. But overall, I think Barzagli, while not having his best game, he did sufficiently enough. Oddly enough, a team that conceded 4 goals, I'm not even blaming the defense here. I'm not blaming Buffon either, because as a goalkeeper, no matter how great you are, there's only so much you can do. No. I'm blaming Juventus' midfield. I'm blaming their forwards, with the exception of Mandzukic, and I'm blaming the whole team mentality as a whole for resigning themselves, conceding defeat, accepting their fate after going down 2-1. The game should not have been over from that point onward, because Juventus have shown that they are, mentally speaking, one of the toughest sides of this Champions League season. They have shown the fortitude and the gravitas that they could have come back into this game. But once Real retook the lead, they completely deflated. Their spirit was broken. And I sat there dumbfounded, astounded, watching. I said, wait a second. Why is this happening? You have 35 minutes, more than half an hour to come back into this. But I also realized something else. Show Real Madrid some respect. Once they went ahead, being the professional, clinical side that they are, they smelled blood in the water. They wanted to put this away. And for a large portion of the second half, Juventus had to play on the back foot. They had to defend. So, it's a combination. Because if I blame Juventus totally for this loss, and a lot of it is their own fault, I'm not giving enough credit to Real Madrid. These are the first time ever champions, back to back, for the first time ever in the Champions League era since the tournament was renamed in 1993. They've created history. They are La Liga champions for the first time in 5 years. They are 2-time Champions League winners with Zinedine Zidane. This is one of the best Real sides in history, and I would go so far as to name the 2017 Real Madrid roster amongst probably the best, the top 10 football teams ever assembled. I would go so far as to give them that title. One of the best football teams, groups of players of all time. But with this performance in the second half, I cannot give Juventus sympathy. I cannot do it. Because they did not go down swinging, dying trying. They went down weeping and wailing. And I thought the old lady, as their club is affectionately known by their nickname, was a lot better than that. But I guess not. And it's unfortunate. But Buffon has to wait longer now for his first ever Champions League trophy. Real, a record, unprecedented 12 trophies now for their club. No other club in Europe has even come close to that many titles. You have to give it up to them. And highlights of the game, Ronaldo being the absolute goal predator that he is, and Mario Mandzukic's absolutely wondrous equalizer in the 27th minute. That half-volley scissor kick that beat Keylor Navas in the upper right-hand corner was exactly the kind of goal you want to see in a Champions League final. So I tip my hat to him. Well done, Mario. But yeah, I think the main culprit on Juventus today was Paulo Dybala. And at the end of the day, guys, putting all of that aside, you have to give it up to Real. I'm not particularly a Real Madrid fan. I'm a Bayern Munich fan. But I always try my best to be as objective as possible. A lot of I have to call out some shit talkers here. You go on to ESPN FC, you look at all these so-called expert analysts. These guys have been undermining and downplaying Real Madrid's chances this entire season. I thought, like, some of them had Napoli knocking them out in the round of 16. Some of them had Bayern, which is reasonable. Some of them had Atleti. And then almost all of them picked Juve. Now, that's not unreasonable to pick Juve. I picked Juve to win this, of course. But no one gave Real, not even just a chance, but were flat out disrespectful to this side. I don't often like to say this, but the Real Madrid hate is real. It's very real. And that's unfortunate. Because almost every football analyst out there on these mainstream websites picked against them every step of the way in the round of 16, the quarterfinals, the semis, the final. And they have been absolutely silenced. And I guess that's the silver lining here. I guess for me as a neutral fan who wanted Juve to win this because I wanted Buffon to lift his first ever Champions League trophy. But at the end of the day, it's no skin off my bones because, I'm a Bayern fan. But that's just overall my reaction. Real Madrid absolutely deserved to win this. And what's more, honestly, Juventus deserved to lose this for the abysmal mindset they allowed themselves to get into from the 60th minute onwards. That's not a Champions League final caliber side.